Telnet can be a great tool for managing network devices, but it needs proper setup, unless you enjoy troubleshooting for hours. First, get familiar with Telnet and its purpose. Then, check if your firewall allows Telnet traffic, because firewalls love blocking things. Set up security to ensure you're not opening doors for attackers. Finally, ensure your network and device are reachable. Otherwise, you'll be talking to yourself. I'm Emma Grace, an IAM expert with 10+ years of hands-on experience designing and deploying identity solutions that scale. I specialize in helping organizations implement secure, user-friendly access controls that reduce risk, meet compliance, and support growth without adding complexity. Telnet is like the OG of remote access protocols. Basic, functional, but not the most secure. It lets you talk to devices over a text-based interface, which is great for configuring network hardware. However, compared to SSH, Telnet lacks encryption, so using it is like shouting your passwords in a crowded room. Never a good idea. Palo Alto firewalls aren't your average security gatekeepers. They're like the bouncers at an elite nightclub, controlling exactly who gets in and what they are allowed to do. They go beyond basic filtering with app-level control, built-in threat prevention, and smart network segmentation. If you use it right, hackers won't even make it past the metaphorical velvet rope. Think of Telnet and SSH as two ways to deliver confidential messages. Telnet is like mailing a postcard where everyone can read it, while SSH is like sealing it in an envelope. Telnet is fine in a trusted network, but SSH should be your go-to for remote admin tasks unless you enjoy unnecessary security breaches. Before jumping into Telnet usage, let's check if it even exists on our system. We'll ensure it's installed, running, and unblocked by firewalls. Imagine trying to enter a house without a key. Useless, right? Well, Telnet is similar. Without verifying access, we're knocking on a locked door. Enabling Telnet is easier than setting up Wi-Fi. Well, at least when things go smoothly. Whether you're on Windows or Linux, we'll walk through the process step by step. Just remember, hitting restart isn't just an IT cliché. It actually works. All right, time to roll up our sleeves and type some commands. With just a few keystrokes, you'll be talking to a remote machine like a tech wizard. Remember, closing a Telnet session improperly is like forgetting to log out of your bank account. Not ideal. Troubleshooting Telnet issues can be frustrating, like trying to explain tech problems to someone who only knows how to restart their phone. But don't worry, we'll walk through checking your network, authentication, and alternative ports. No facepalms required. Telnet is old school, but security is a priority. Thankfully, there are alternatives like SSH, VPN, and remote desktops that keep your data safer than a locked vault. Let's explore these options, because relying on Telnet for security is like using a sticky note as a password manager. Security is like a seatbelt. You don't think you need it until you do. Keeping connections encrypted, avoiding Telnet for sensitive tasks, and monitoring your network are must-haves for a secure setup. Stay safe and avoid digital disasters. Error messages can be cryptic, like riddles written by a very angry programmer. But fear not. Common issues like authentication failures, timeouts, and firewall restrictions all have solutions. Let's crack the code and fix those pesky Telnet errors. Telnet might feel nostalgic, but in today's world, it's more of a relic than a go-to tool. If you're using it, do so wisely, non-sensitive tasks only, and never stop exploring modern alternatives, because better solutions are always on the horizon. In conclusion, Telnet is like using an old flip phone. It works, but there are way better options. Security matters, and alternatives like SSH are your best bet. Stay informed and keep remote access secure. And with that, we wrap up. Thanks for joining. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.